It is indeed a puppy. How's it going, guys? It's Imagine.Creativity, and today we're going to be listening to Heartbreaks by Ingenuity. And before we get that started, I think you know what time it is. It's top comment time. Today's top comment comes from a porn bot under the name Isabel White, and they say, "So nice." That's how low my standards are with you guys. A porn bot beat everyone else. I love you. I'm sure you guys already know by now, but Ingenuity is part of the 703 group we've reacted to. Actually, my last video before this comes out is actually on a song Free Ryan did featuring Ingenuity. So let's jump straight into this. You guys already know who he is, and if you don't, I got tons of videos on him. There's my dog walking. I love how the beat instantly gives me like old J. Cole or old Logic vibes, like their first like albums and mixtapes kind of vibes, like right as J. Cole was getting out of Soul. I really like that kind of beat, the kind of East Coast feeling, old school. One of my favorite things about this group and you, man, is the old school take on everything. Oh.
Yeah, I don't wanna die young. If I do though, I'm tryna make music that reflects my soul and maybe touch a few million more. Sure, the game's a sport, but ain't no score, ain't no victory when we losing sons with these murderous drugs. Getting mugged more by the Xanax than anything else does. The heroin, so simple to place it in, but my heart's breaking. I won't use these drugs, they're too addictive, but I've been taken advantage of by people more than Percocet did. I'm happy I got off of them. When I broke my limb, the doctor handed them. I took a handful, then never touched them again. Addiction running my family, and death, it running everybody's. Many bodies counting up, I can't see an ending. But like Romeo and Juliet, I know it's gonna be tragic, cause so is every death.
Okay, so we're about halfway through the song, and honestly, first thing I want to say is I really like the take being like, there's so many drugs in the industry that there's no winning. You can either stay sober and try to beat the system, or you could fall into the drugs, and if you blow and then you get off of them, you're no longer he. You're better when you were on it, etc. And it's taking so many people's lives and causing so much destruction that in the game and if in our current generation's lifestyle, that drugs such as Xanax, perks are so in the forefront that it's like an everyday occurrence where you hear something about it. I really like Heartbreak does not fit this anymore. I mean, I for really fucking like this, alright.
Like Romeo and Juliet, I know it's gonna be tragic, cause so is every death. This is poetic justice, but for all the others, we just can't find no justice. We kneel and get told stand up, drum piece reacted with hate. Then they wonder why we dying off the shit they selling us. Mac was on the cocaine, Pete was on the X was on the love. They got shown none, they got in none of us.
That line itself just gave me like hella chills with the, you know, Peep was on the X, X was on the coke, you know, that kind of shit. Fuck, dude. I mean, seriously, it's a huge fucking problem. I mean, I remember when Juice died, Trippy went on live and said, okay, I'm not fucking with this shit anymore, it's taking so many people, and like Ski Mask, the slump god, he's dealt with so many of his buddies' deaths through drugs, or through being murdered, or just dealt with watching addiction and suffering so much. to his buddies and his closest colleagues. It's really fucked up how the industry and how the world really uh, handles it. It's kind of like romanticizing the drug use in some points. I've definitely listened to some shit that very much makes it like, oh well, that's what people do, kind of thing.
Police reacted with hate. Then they wonder why we dying off the shit they selling us. Mac was on the cocaine, Pete was on the X was on the love. They got shown none, they guided none of us. Yeah, many bodies counting up. I can see it ending, but like Romeo and Juliet, we know it's gonna be tragic. Cause so are all these deaths, said love ain't guiding none of us. See, greatness only becomes so after something fatal. Nobody cared about the World Trade Center before a plane done blew up. Now we on 17 years of remembering. Our children now learn about this in history class. It's something you don't have on to math. It's still something you can't add upside down. That's the world most of us live in. We're only free till we realize we live in a prison. Yeah, I can see the outside but trapped like a prism. I assume my home wasn't gonna be a precinct. That's the last time I ever get to thinking. And like I said before, freedom doesn't exist unless all are free. Cause see, in this life, freedom to me may not be to you. So it hurts to see my brothers broken. I can help them, but don't want it to affect me. Now I'm crying, cause the shit killing them doesn't affect me. But it should, cause they think they're free. She asked, how could this affect me? I told her all this hurts, cause I'm part of the rap community. R.I.P. to everybody that we lost.
Okay, so that was Triple Heartbreak by Ingenuity, and honestly, I really like the style he went with it. That's a very well-known beat. I've heard that beat so much, but he wrote it in a certain way that was so refreshing. Like, the whole take on drugs in the industry, or the line, man. I know I got the original line messed up with the Mac, cocaine, Peep, X did love and never got it back. You know, never got respect or something like that. But it's really fucked, especially when like you're connected to the community and like you have to watch this go on. Like I was talking about Ski, and I think he captured it very well, because it's like, yeah, if you're watching from an outsider's perspective, it doesn't hit the same. I mean, I've been a huge fan of so many artists that have passed, and like each one of them I can understand, but I can't grasp if you aren't in the industry completely. Like fucking drugs and fucking demons, man, are crazy fucking killers in the fucking industry. I mean, seriously, some like tyrant shit. And I think he really captures it with that. And I really think he has a lot of potential. Ingenuity has so much potential when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, I could definitely hear him snapping off here and there. So, like, he flipped his flow a lot, didn't keep it A-B scheme, and the mixing sounded fine. The only thing I could say is, like, it's a song that it would have to be in a playlist with some other stuff. I would never go out of my way to listen to it, just because the meaning behind it's so strong that only time I really would want to listen to it only is if I wanted to dissect, which I think right there I have a little bit of a bias because I do not use SoundCloud, so I wouldn't go out of my way. I use SoundCloud to listen to a lot of you guys, but with SoundCloud the downfall is that most people use Apple Music, Spotify. And so I think it's good. I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10, you know. But the only downfall is it's not being on streaming platforms, which isn't even his music's problem. It's just he's not at that level yet, or maybe he is, and like I've never seen him on Spotify. But if he is, I would fucking love to see it. There's so many great artists that I think are Spotify ready that just haven't taken that step yet. Like truly. And I'm really excited to follow the journey into that step with him, because I really think that if he follows his stuff and he follows his craft like he is, he's just gonna get better and better, and there's a good chance he might blow. And I'm really, really excited to see if Ingenuity and 703 have what it takes, because personally for me, I think they do. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna leave this video here. If you guys liked, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
You are watching a master at work.
Press subscribe, I'm not leaving you alive. Every time I go outside, I always end up throwing knives, yeah. Hit recorded, then I react. All you rappers stuck inside tree sap, head to head if you wanna battle. Who the world drinks Snapple, bitch, ayy.